Most corporate retreats are planned like vacations, but they don't have to be that way. So they can be something that helps move communication, connection, consistency with all team members, and drive alignment with the team. That's only if you're intentional about how you build it. So today in this video, I'm going to walk you through some core components of planning a corporate retreat to make it really meaningful. Ever since COVID, hybrid work schedules have really eroded connection. I'm sure we all know this because we've all experienced it if we work from home. It's just not the same as it used to be in 2019. Miscommunication is expensive and it ends up costing a lot of money, thousands in productivity every year for companies. So structured offsite retreats give people time to reset and rebuild in a way that just doesn't happen on a computer screen. And actually, companies that do a lot of team building see 73% less turnover. That's a big number. And they just feel more connected in general. And by that, I also mean productive, 25% more productive from teams that have strong team building. So a successful retreat, the first step would really to be defining the outcome, because you start with the outcome in order to back into it to figure out exactly what you're going to do to get there. That's what I would always ask my client first is, what are you hoping that participants will get out of this retreat? So sometimes things come up like psychological safety or management issues or collaboration issues, maybe delegation. It just depends on the team. And so I have to have that call with the people first to figure out, hey, what's going on, in order for me to then figure out what can we do about it. Step 2 is really thinking about when you're going to have this retreat. If it's for a group that's over 100 people, I would definitely start at least 3 months out to give them time to really prepare and get it on people's calendars. I actually just worked with a client who put the date on their calendar for a whole year from now, just so people can plan around that and they can make their schedules accordingly. So yeah, if it's a larger retreat, and say it might be a destination retreat, you want to think 6 to 9 months out. That way you're going to get the best venue in the best location with the best prices and not try to do everything haphazard at the last minute. So speaking of choosing the right venue, that's definitely a step in this process. And really, that is so much going to affect the whole retreat in and of itself, because people care about where that destination is. And if it is a destination retreat, like 62% of retreats are at this point, that gives people a time to really unplug, connect to the actual location where they are and to each other, and not connect to their normal work environment or even their work office. So in thinking about a good space, you want to think about their technology, their space for downtime, their space for people to connect one-on-one or in small groups. Things like that really make a difference when we're talking about how people are actually going to build the connection at the retreat. So once all of that is taken care of, then comes the actual agenda planning. And we can really drill down, because you want to try and make really important sessions when people's energy are at their peak, not at the beginning or at the end of the day, really in the middle. And then also giving time people to warm up in the morning. Not everybody's a morning person, and also to wind down at the end of the day. And yes, there will be definitely unstructured downtime, so people can just do whatever they want, recharge, and have those organic conversations that might be some of the best ones they end up having at the retreat. What I've come to realize is that less is more. The less you plan, the better it is, because people need time to discuss things. So the last thing people want to do is go to a retreat where things feel crammed in and like we're just trying to tick a box and get it done. They want time to actually process, which is not something that they get time to do at their normal work desk. If it is a big retreat, then focusing on the logistics is super important, like things like the AV, the rooming list, how people are getting there, what's included, do they have food for 3 meals a day? All of that is going to make or break people's experience, because what they'll want to see is something that's really organized. So sometimes companies shy away from hiring an organizer or event planner, but then they end up really wasting a lot of money on their own time trying to figure out something that they're not an expert in, takes them more time to do, and takes away from their original work tasks. So having somebody who could specifically focus in on all of those little details can be really beneficial and save the company money. So what happens after the retreat is really where the ROI comes in for companies, because then you have deadlines, you have people who are in charge of things. Hopefully you have ongoing coaching for your executives or the people who are kind of in charge of the offsite. And that creates this system of accountability that is really important to me. That's what I try to do with my retreats, is make sure that there's some sort of connection with me and the participants, or at least me and the director or whoever hired me to do the training, so that I can give them some more coaching along the way. And that support can be super beneficial for the company. And again, saving them time and money, because me as a facilitator of a retreat could then help people after the retreat as well and help support their leadership and their growth. So if you're planning a retreat, first of all, yay you. I'm a big fan if you haven't caught on to that by now. But if you want a design partner, if you want to run some ideas past me, or if you're looking for a facilitator for your offsite, feel free to read the rest of the blog article below, and you can see the full guide on my website. And I would be happy to book a call with you if you want to discuss anything more. So thanks for watching.